Hey y'all, so let's keep going. I've told you that this is I love all of Psalm 1, but this one about the tree, it just hits me different. And so even in this tree, this is another one of my favorite parts to talk about the tree. It's probably because of the imagery. Like, I get the imagery and it's concepts that I can understand. And so I get excited about things that I can understand. So the Amplified Version says that this tree, he shall be like a tree firmly planted and tended by streams of water. So let's define tend. What does tend mean? Apply oneself to the care of, watch over, to have or take charge of as a caretaker or overseer, to cultivate, foster, and manage the operations of. Now, not only is this tree planted firm, secure, and established, it's also cared for by the streams of water, right? Because the Amplified says, he shall be like a tree firmly planted and tended by the streams. That water brings the life-giving nutrients necessary for the tree to flourish. This tree is planted by provision. As Holy Spirit was responsible for the planting of the tree, Holy Spirit is also responsible for the tending of the tree. In John 14:16, Jesus said, "And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another comforter, counselor, helper, intercessor, advocate, strengthener, and standby, that he may remain with you forever." This is who Holy Spirit is to us and how he tends to us. So the revelation that Holy Spirit tends us as the tree planted is a beautiful picture of such a tree. So imagine the biggest, most majestic tree you've ever seen. Now consider how that tree flourishes. Its root system is intricate and expansive. Every nutrient needed in order for that tree to be fruitful is pulled in from the roots. From there, it's carried throughout the tree and distributed appropriately. So I love the fruits of the Spirit passage in Galatians 5:22. Let's just read that, right? Let's go to Galatians. Five 22 and 23. But the fruit of the Holy Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. So these fruits are produced by the work of the Holy Spirit. The Amplified Classic actually says, and when I was reading it, I had to skip over it so I didn't jump ahead, but the fruit of the Holy Spirit, the work which his presence within us produces. It is him in us that produces the fruit. In the same way, it's the nutrients carried from the roots that produce fruit on a tree. It's not my responsibility to manufacture fruit. It's my responsibility to allow him to change me, work in me, and produce fruit through me. And that's exactly why you can see green leaves on a tree. Again, looking out my window at several. What I'm looking at is not the work of the tree itself. It's not done by anything that I can see. It's all done behind the scenes. The reason that those leaves are green is because there's a process going on behind the scenes. Water coming up, nutrients coming up, and producing. So for us, it's not what's going on where everybody can see. It's not what's going on where we can see. You know, the work that the Holy Spirit does is on the inside of us. We can fix everything on the outside we want to, but if we don't change what's on the inside, it's not going to make any difference. Jesus told the Pharisees, he said, you are clean on the outside, but you are filthy on the inside. where they kept all of the rules and checked all of the boxes, and they were the holy men of God, yet their hearts were far from God and didn't care to know him either. And so I want to be pliable. I want to be humble. I want to be not so high and mighty that I think it's what I do that makes a difference. Everything we do, it's Colossians 3:23. It's another verse that we've been talking about with the kids, is that everything we do, whether in word or deed, we work at it as unto the Lord. And when we work at things as unto the Lord, who gets the credit for it? The Father. See, if we do it in our own strength and in our own might, well, then he doesn't get the credit for it. Our Father is not glorified. But when what we do is unto him, he receives the glory. We'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.